Listen to me very carefully. Life doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't care about how tired you are, how unlucky you've been, or how many times people betrayed you. Life doesn't care about your broken heart, your failed attempts, or your painful past. And I know, sometimes it feels heavy, unfair, unbearable. You feel like screaming, crying, or just giving up. But here's the brutal truth. None of that matters if you still want to win, because the world doesn't reward pity. The world doesn't reward excuses. The world doesn't reward waiting. The world rewards action. The world rewards discipline. The world rewards those who get IT done no matter what. I'm not here to tell you life is fair. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter if it's fair, because fairness won't make you strong. Struggle will, discipline will, consistency will. You've been waiting for the right time, waiting until you feel ready. Waiting until life becomes easier, waiting for some miracle to show up at your door and rescue you, but deep down you know it's not coming. No one is coming to save you, and that thought either crushes you or it awakens you. Because when you realize no one's coming, you finally understand that it's on you, and in that moment you either break or you rise. The ones who rise are the ones who decide. I don't care how I feel, I don't care what it costs, I don't care how many times I've failed, I will get IT done. Do you understand what that means? It means you stop talking, stop wishing, stop fantasizing, and you execute. Excuses are the chains that keep people locked in mediocrity. Every time you say, I can't, or I'll do it tomorrow, you're giving away another piece of your future. Excuses are lies, carefully packaged to sound reasonable, but they are poison to success. They sound like, I don't have time, I don't have money, I'm too tired, it's not the right moment. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. There will never be enough time, enough energy, or enough resources. The people who succeed are not the ones who wait for ideal circumstances. They are the ones who act regardless of circumstances. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself you would start tomorrow? How many times have you said you would work harder when you felt better, when you had more energy, when you were less stressed? Tomorrow never comes. It's a trick you play on yourself, a soft pillow for your laziness. Action, however, doesn't wait. Action doesn't care about your mood, your feelings, or your excuses. Action requires one thing, a decision. The moment you decide that nothing will stop you, you step into the mindset of winners. People say they want success, but their actions reveal the truth. You cannot want success and keep choosing comfort. You cannot want greatness and keep running from effort. Your actions are your real desires. If you spend your time scrolling, sleeping, procrastinating, and wishing, then that's what you value: ease, distraction, and avoidance. But if you want to win, your actions have to prove it. No more talking about goals, no more daydreaming about success. Execution is the only thing that counts. The reality is harsh. Excuses don't change your life, only action does. Excuses won't pay your bills, won't build your body, won't grow your business, won't create your future. Excuses only make you comfortable in your weakness, and the problem with comfort is that it becomes addictive. Once you choose it, it keeps pulling you back. You need to break that cycle with action. Even small steps matter. Small action beats big excuses every single time. The weight you lift today, the page you write today, the call you make today. That's what builds momentum. That's what compounds into greatness. You have to stop waiting for the stars to align. The stars are never going to align. Life is chaotic, unpredictable, and messy. If you're waiting for everything to feel right before you act, you'll still be waiting 10 years from now. The truth is, those who get it done are not the ones who have less fear, less doubt, or less pain. They are the ones who take action despite fear, despite doubt, despite pain. That is where real power lies. Action over excuses is not just a phrase, it's a way of life. It's the standard you hold yourself to every single day. You must tell yourself, no matter how I feel, no matter what stands in my way, I will take action. Because once action becomes your default, excuses lose their grip on you. And when excuses die, your future finally begins to live. People think freedom is doing whatever you want, whenever you want. They think freedom is sleeping until noon, eating whatever they crave, skipping responsibilities, and chasing comfort. But that's not freedom. That's slavery to impulses. Real freedom comes from discipline. When you let your emotions, cravings, and laziness dictate your life, you're not free, you're a prisoner. a prisoner to your weakness, a prisoner to your habits, a prisoner to your lack of control. True freedom is earned, and the price is discipline. Discipline is waking up early even when you want to stay in bed. Discipline is sticking to your plan when distractions scream for your attention. Discipline is choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. It may feel like chains at first, but those chains are what unlock the doors to everything you've ever wanted. Discipline gives you health, wealth, respect, confidence, and time, and once you have those, you are freer than anyone who lives for comfort. Think about your body. You can eat junk every day, drink every weekend, skip exercise, and feel like you're enjoying life. But slowly, your energy fades, your body weakens, your health collapses. That's not freedom. That's slow self-destruction. Discipline, on the other hand, says train, eat clean, take care of yourself. It may feel strict, but what does it give you? Energy, strength, longevity, and confidence. The freedom to move, to live fully, to face each day without pain or shame. The same is true with money. You can spend recklessly, chase every impulse, live paycheck to paycheck, and pretend you're free because you can buy whatever you want. But soon you're buried in debt, chained to a job you hate, begging for another paycheck. Discipline with money, saving, investing, controlling your spending, may feel restrictive in the moment, but in time it gives you choices. The freedom to walk away from toxic jobs, the freedom to travel, the freedom to live on your terms. That is real freedom. Discipline is misunderstood because people only see what it takes, not what it gives. They see the early mornings, the hard work, the sacrifice. What they don't see is the freedom on the other side. Freedom to look in the mirror and be proud. Freedom to wake up without regret. Freedom to know you are in control of your life, not your impulses. And here's the truth. Without discipline, you will always be someone else's servant. If you don't discipline yourself, the world will discipline you. If you don't control your habits will control you. If you don't control your time will be controlled by others. Discipline creates freedom because it makes you unstoppable. It gives you structure, and that structure becomes power. The person who lives without discipline is a slave to chaos, while the person who embraces discipline becomes untouchable. You want freedom? Earn it. Chain yourself to discipline, and those chains will unlock every door you've ever dreamed of walking through. The world does not care how you feel. Success doesn't care if you're tired, if you're stressed, if you're sad, or if you're not in the mood. The universe doesn't reward moods, it rewards work. Too many people live their lives as slaves to their feelings. They wake up and say, I don't feel like training today. I don't feel like working today. I don't feel like trying today. And so, day after day, they give their emotions the steering wheel. But here's the reality. Your feelings are liars. They will tell you to quit when you're just getting started. They will tell you to rest when you should be grinding. They will tell you to avoid pain when that pain is the very thing that will shape you. Winners understand this truth. Your feelings don't matter, only your actions do. You can wake up angry, tired, unmotivated, but if you still execute, you're unstoppable. Discipline means you act regardless of how you feel. If you wait for the perfect mood, you'll spend your entire life waiting. That's why so many people stay stuck. They think they need motivation to move, when in reality, movement creates motivation. Action fuels emotion, not the other way around. Imagine if a soldier on the battlefield said, I don't feel like fighting today. Imagine if a parent said, I don't feel like taking care of my child today. That would be madness, yet every day people sabotage their future because they don't feel like it. Life does not bend for your feelings. Rent is due whether you feel like working or not. Your body will decay whether you feel like training or not. Your opportunities will disappear whether you feel like chasing them or not. Feelings are irrelevant. When you rise above your emotions, you become powerful. The truth is, most people aren't defeated by the world. They're defeated by themselves. They're beaten by their own laziness, crushed by their own doubt, shackled by their own comfort. They listen to that little voice in their head whispering, take it easy, you deserve a break, you've done enough. But greatness requires ignoring that voice. Greatness requires saying, I don't care how I feel, I care about what I must do. That is where winners are made. You have to stop living like your emotions are kings. They are not. They are temporary storms passing through your mind. Do not build your life on storms. Build it on solid ground, on action, on discipline, on consistency. When you train your mind to act regardless of emotion, you become untouchable. You work when you're tired. You grind when you're stressed. You keep moving when life feels heavy. That is how legacies are built. Your feelings don't matter because the world doesn't reward feelings, it rewards results. No one remembers how you felt, they remember what you did. So stop chasing the comfort of emotion and start chasing the power of execution. Your feelings are not your master, you are. Life is going to make you suffer either way. There's no path without pain. The only choice you truly have is which type of pain you're willing to endure. The pain of sacrifice now, or the pain of regret later. One will make you stronger, the other will haunt you forever. The suffering of discipline is temporary. The suffering of regret is permanent. When you suffer now, when you wake up early, when you train your body, when you force yourself to study, when you grind at your goals, you feel the burn, the exhaustion, the discomfort. But that pain is controlled, it's focused, it's building you. Every rep tears your muscles, but makes you stronger. Every late night at work makes your dream a little more real. Every sacrifice you make today plants seeds that will feed you tomorrow. That suffering is an investment. It hurts now, but it pays later. On the other hand, the pain of regret is merciless. It's when you look back 5, 10, 20 years from now and realize you wasted your chance. It's when you see people younger than you living the life you always dreamed of. Not because they were smarter or luckier, but because they were willing to suffer when you weren't. Regret eats you alive. You can't escape it, you can't undo it, you can't fix the years you threw away. It's a scar that never heals. So the question is simple. Do you want to suffer in the gym or suffer at the doctor's office? Do you want to suffer by working extra hours or suffer by being broke your entire life? Do you want to suffer from discipline today or from regret tomorrow? You can't avoid suffering, so stop trying. Choose the pain that gives you power, not the pain that robs you of it. Too many people think they can cheat this reality. They think they can avoid discomfort, take the easy path, life soft, and still win big. But the easy path always turns into the hardest life. Every shortcut has a cost. Every skipped workout, every wasted day, every ignored opportunity, those are debts stacking up, and one day regret comes to collect with interest. When you embrace suffering now, you become untouchable. You get used to being uncomfortable, and it hardens you. It forges resilience, toughness, and strength. The man who suffers willingly today is free tomorrow. The man who avoids suffering today becomes a prisoner to regret for the rest of his life. So suffer now, sweat now, sacrifice now, pay the price now, because regret will cost you far more than any discipline ever could. Your future self is waiting, and it will either thank you for enduring or curse you for quitting. The choice is yours. One day, you will feel pain. Make sure it's the pain that builds you, not the pain that breaks you. Talk is cheap. Anyone can talk about their goals, their dreams, their plans, but in the end, words mean nothing without results. Too many people live in a fantasy where they think saying it out loud is enough. They tell their friends they'll get in shape. They tell their family they'll get rich. They tell themselves they'll change their lives. But years go by and nothing happens because words don't change lives. Work does. Effort does. Execution does. Results are undeniable. Results don't need explanations. They don't need defending, and they don't need hype. Results speak for themselves. When you walk into a room with results, you don't have to announce who you are. People already know. When you've built the body, when you've earned the money, when you've achieved the goals, the proof is visible. Nobody can argue with it, nobody can ignore it, and nobody can take it away. That's why results are everything. People respect results, not promises. You can say you'll change, you can say you'll improve, you can say you'll make it. But until the results are there, you're just another dreamer. Results separate the talkers from the doers. They separate the pretenders from the winners. The ones who produce results don't need to beg for respect, they command it. Because respect isn't given to words, it's given to proof. And here's the truth. The people around you are tired of your excuses. They're tired of your endless speeches about what you're going to do. They've heard it 100 times. The only way to silence doubt, criticism, and hate is through results. You can argue with opinions, but you can't argue with evidence. You can't argue with the man who's fit, the man who's rich, the man who's successful, because he has proof. He doesn't need to convince you. His results already did. That's why you can't just talk about changing your life. You must show it. Don't tell people you're working hard. Show up with the results. Don't tell people you're disciplined. Let your achievements prove it. Don't tell people you're serious. Let your transformation silence them. The world listens to one language, and that language is results. So stop wasting energy trying to impress people with words. Stop bragging. Stop announcing. Stop promising. Take that energy and put it into action. Grind in silence, work in the dark, suffer in private, and when the results arrive, they will be so loud that no one can deny them, because results are louder than your feelings, louder than your excuses, louder than your critics. Results don't just speak, they scream, and once you have them, they echo forever. So focus on one thing, producing results, because at the end of the day, words fade, excuses rot, promises vanish. But results, they live forever. And now we arrive at the truth that cannot be avoided. You have one life. One chance, one opportunity to make it count. The excuses, the fears, the doubts. They've already stolen too much of your time. You can't afford to let them steal another day. From this moment forward, you must live with a different standard. A standard of action, of discipline, of relentless pursuit. Because if you wait for the perfect time, you'll die waiting. But if you act now, if you commit now, if you decide right here and right now to get IT done, your life will never be the same. Understand this. No one will hand you success. No one will gift you greatness. It will not be written for you unless you write it yourself with your blood, sweat, and sacrifices. But the moment you decide to stop hesitating and start executing, you become dangerous. You become the kind of person the world cannot ignore. Your results will speak for you. Your discipline will free you. Your willingness to suffer now will shield you from regret forever. So stop waiting. Stop promising. Stop living half asleep. Get up, rise up, and fight for the life you know you're meant to live. Do it tired, do it scared, do it broken, but do it. Don't leave this world with your potential buried inside you. Don't leave your dreams locked in your imagination. Extract every ounce of greatness within you and make it real, because in the end, nothing else matters. Not the excuses, not the critics, not the feelings. The only thing that will matter is whether you got it done. So decide, once and for all, that from this day forward, you will get IT done.